Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of
Hey,
Bobby Legs Loves Watches. It's Friday night. I think this. Hey, and I'm joined by Clayton and Amin here. But before I throw to them, hey, just trying out a new night. Sunday nights just too hard with Monday. Going to work on Monday the next day. You guys know that. You guys know that feeling, right? So anyway, hey, Amin, good to see you, man. Good to
hey,
see
good
you,
to be
buddy.
here. Yeah,
What is new? What do you have on wrist? Talk to us.
I have a Pam 176, the also known as the Bobby
Oh yeah.
Legs
Yeah.
Panerai,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
not much new. Really working a lot, sleeping very little, but
Yeah,
happy to be here.
yeah, yeah. Same here. Clayton, what's up with you, man? Good to see you twice in 1 week.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
know. Wow, what a treat. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me on. Yeah, nothing new. Same story. Working hard, not sleeping, very exhausted. Wearing a watch that may make an appearance later on the SNR 045 Spring Drive Seiko.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome, awesome. And I got my Citizen, my Red Dial Eco Drive. Hey, wait, Clayton, are you how are you? You're not 50 yet, are you?
No, no.
How when are you turning 50?
A few years yet. I'm
Oh, okay.
almost 47. Yeah,
He's like a
yeah.
baby, Amin.
More
You
gray
know.
I
hair
thought
than
he was
both
gonna
you
say
guys.
almost 40. I was gonna like, whoa.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah,
no, no, no.
yeah. No, no. But when you get to our age, me and Amin's age, the sleep.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
already bad. I've quit
yeah,
caffeine even. I'm totally off of caffeine and I still have trouble.
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to up my like sleep hygiene game. I wear an eye patch, right? Um, because Mrs. Legs likes to watch TV at night and fall asleep to that. And yeah, I don't know, man. I gotta wake up and go pee at night. You know what I mean? It's just like it's tough, man.
It's not easy.
This
Yeah.
is 50. This is 50. Anyway, all right, let's move on. All right. Let's say hello to people in the chat. Hey, Mizone is here. What's up, man? Merry Friday to you, sir. And he's wearing his Moser Heritage. Very nice. Mr. Wilson is here. Good to see you, Mr. Wilson. Caliber, what up? Good to see you. Wade Ben is here. Yeah, it is great to see Amin. And I was really, really excited when Amin messaged me this evening and was like, "Can I join in?" And I was like, absolutely. And then Colin's here. And we've been trying to get this guy to join in.
Colin, come on, jump in here. Come on, let's make
Wasn't
this
he saying like he didn't know
30%.
if he was going to have the time?
Yeah,
And
he's
like, here he
super
is.
busy. He's sitting on his couch, just
Absolutely.
You know,
You know,
he said there's a 30% chance. So let's get that number up a little bit, Colin. We miss
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. 30% chance. Hey, Deech is here. What's up, Deech? Good to see you. Anyway, so topics for tonight, we're doing our top five Seiko watches, our top five um, TV shows of all time and our top five sports teams. Clayton and I kind of like teased, a little bit that we would talk about like, our top bands or concerts or whatnot. And maybe we'll still do that. Maybe we'll do that on a podcast, hopefully, as
Yes.
well. But I had the thought today, hey, let's have some fun. Let's talk about this. And instead of saying our top five favorite watches, I mean, I feel like we always talk about that. You know what I mean? But let's drill it down a little bit. Let's talk about Seiko. And so I'm gonna kick it off. And we're gonna go. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our. And I think Amin, you're just gonna do some color commentary. You may have some. I know I kind of sprung the topics on you.
I got a few Seikos. The other topics I might just chill back a little bit,
Oh,
react.
fair enough.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the fives and the three across the three topics, right? So we'll do Seiko's, our TV show, and our sports team, and that's how we'll do it, right? Instead of just doing watches and TV shows and five at a time, we'll just do one. We'll start with number five. So you guys got it, okay?
Yeah.
Um, okay. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna kick it off, and my pick for number five. I'm a big sumo fan. Seiko. Now let me just like preface all this by saying, and I should have said this before I put the picture up. I love Seiko, um, but I'm not like a Seiko expert by any means, and I'm not necessarily a Seiko collector by any means. And like things like limited editions or like Pogue, I mean stuff like that. Like that's just beyond my scope as a as a Seiko fan. Like I'm not down in the weeds into Seiko because I just I'm not, but I love a lot of their watches enough that I have a top five. And number five, I got the Blue Mo in here, the SBDC 003. I feel like I'm one of the I don't know too many other people who like Sumos. I think people feel like it's a big watch. I like the size of it. I like the way the lugs turn, um, and yeah, like the bracelet doesn't match the case as much, but for affordable divers go, I really love this watch, and I just love those fat numbers on the bezel there. Um, yeah, yeah. So that's my pick. Clayton, should we jump to yours? Your number five?
Sure, Sumo's an awesome pick, by the way. I
Oh,
like the
thanks.
older generation a little bit more.
Yeah,
Like the first gen Sumos are really cool. Like my
yeah,
buddy has a black dial one. It's so awesome. The
yeah.
fat
I like
numbers.
I like the first gen. I like the second gen. I like the I think it's the third gen with the Cyclops. I even like that gen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just like the watch. I mean, they don't stay in the collection very long. Most Seikos don't.
right.
For me. But I do enjoy a nice sumo, and if I find one like in the 400 range, it's almost like impossible for me to pass up.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, okay, hey, let's move on to your pick and tell
The
us about.
girdle.
Yeah,
Yeah, the golden turtle. I remember Jody from Just One More Watch did a video on the girdle. It does not come stock on that bracelet, but he paired it with a gold, I believe it was a strap code bracelet, and I had to do it. So this is in my phase where I watched a video on a watch and I just bought it. Didn't think twice. It was sort of like probably like 5 years ago. So I think actually the very first picture I ever did on my Watchdog podcast Instagram was the girdle. So yeah, I had it over 5 years ago. I actually sold this watch to my neighbor. He still wears it all the time. We do
nice.
hot yoga together. He wears it to hot yoga. So
That's awesome.
yeah, he's rocking the girdle. He does not wear it on the bracelet, sadly. I even sized it for him, but he wears it on the rubber strap. But yeah, if only he wore it to hot yoga on the
Yeah,
gold
yeah,
bracelet, he'd
yeah,
be my favorite person ever. But yeah, just a really baller, cool watch. It was so fun, and I'm glad I still get to see it once in a while.
yeah. Awesome, awesome. Hey, Ahmed, do you?
Can I
Yeah,
share? I don't want
yeah,
to interrupt
absolutely.
the flow here.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm going to go with let's see here. So this is the yellow dial. Can you see my screen or
Yeah, I'm trying to add to stage before presenting. It's gonna make me remove. Ah,
is it mess up
okay.
the airflow? Okay.
No, no, not at all. It's just
Okay.
like
Yeah.
StreamYard has changed a little bit, so that I'm getting used to it.
This is not my pick, but I have owned this watch. It's the yellow dial SKX. It's the SKX
Oh yeah,
A35.
Yeah,
yeah.
I went on
cool.
a lot of family memories with it, and I shouldn't have sold it. I really should have kept it.
I
Um,
remember you talking about this
yeah.
and wanting to get one
I'll
for.
probably buy one of these someday. Like even like the regular SKX, the prices keep going up.
Yeah,
Um, and the number of fakes and keeps going up too. But I always like this watch. I think um, it's an unusual variant of the
hmm
SKX
hmm
and has the rectangular markers and a really nice shitty yellow dial. So
yeah. I mean, I think anything in the SKX family is like a classic, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
I spoiler alert, I don't have one on my list, but I mean, like it could have been on my list. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Just a fun watch to mess around with too. Like if you want to mod it a little bit, you have that
yeah.
ability to do that. Just a great watch. And if yellow is your color, yellow is your color.
I like yellow. Yeah.
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 Um, let's catch up with the chat here. I am prepping for my dog's birthday
Oh
concert. Oh,
my
come on,
lord,
come on, man.
that's so offensive.
Wilson throwing in his
Oh,
picks.
here we go.
Pretty good picks, man.
Yeah,
Pretty good picks for a TV show. I have never had any Seiko watches or Grand Seiko, none ever, and I know nothing about them.
Hmm.
Well, Maison, maybe you should broaden your horizons a little
Weird
bit.
flex.
Yeah, it's a weird flex. Discus Burger. Oh yeah, that's a classic, right?
That's a
I
good
think
That's
one.
a
I think
very cool watch.
I think Deech may have owned one of those. Hey, Mr. Time Hill. I think
Steve.
he
Hey,
owns a couple of Seikos. You couldn't fit the three on the same line. That is frustrating, infuriating.
What's he talking
Oh,
about?
oh, oh, oh. You know what happened with No, like if you look at my PowerPoint presentation, it's fine. I don't know.
Mhm.
There's something that happens when I upload it to this platform here, StreamYard. It messes with it. So yeah, sorry about that. Um, top five Seiko list. Sorry, it doesn't exist. Oh,
wow.
okay. Wow. All right. Robert Wood, how you doing, buddy? Uh, Girdle at Hot Yoga is a vibe for sure.
Yeah.
Um, Turtle is a very good on the wrist, decent Seiko. Um, my entry into mechanical watches with a Zen 104. Hey, more power to you, man. So my Seiko was a Zen, absolutely. Okay, now coming up, TV shows. Number 5 for me, Seinfeld. I mean, classic comedy. One of these shows where like if it's on, I'll watch it, right? And I've seen so many episodes, I almost like memorize the lines on the show. And it's just a great show. Never let me down. Any kind of episodes. I even like the last season. I like the way it ended. Like I know that rubbed people a wrong way, but I'm a big fan. So that's my number 5. Only comedy in my top 5, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
You're a very serious man.
I am serious.
Yeah.
I am serious. Clayton, what's your number 5?
All right, you guys are all gonna laugh at me, but my wife and I watch it every Sunday morning. It's on TV Land for like 5 hours Sunday morning. The Golden Girls. Okay, don't
That's a
laugh.
good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ahead of its time. They tackle actually some serious issues like elder abuse. Um, I've seniors being so alone they contemplate suicide.
Oh man.
Homosexuality, tolerating homosexuality. This is like mid 80s when this show came out, and for that time, and they're funny. The jokes are funny. So yes,
It is a
we
funny
love
show. I remember watching that show.
Yeah, it's
Cute.
actually quite hilarious. So yes, Golden Girls is
Now,
five.
who's your favorite? Was it Blanche? Was it B. Arthur? Was it Estelle Getty, mom?
Betty White Rose. I think
Yeah. Okay.
her hilarious
Solid.
stories of where she grew up in Minnesota there that make absolutely no sense are funny. But yeah, they're all great, and the writing was fantastic,
Yeah.
and
Solid pick.
yeah, it was kind of ahead of its time, really.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember maybe it was like 25 years ago. My buddy gave me a gift. I had just moved into an apartment, and it was like a home, like a housewarming gift, and it was like a clock, and he got it off of eBay, and it had an image of it was B. Arthur's head superimposed on a lady with lingerie on. Like it was just really really odd,
Uh,
but it was great. It tied the room together. It was awesome clock, if I could find that clock again on eBay, I'm getting it.
my wife
Um,
is like, I think Seinfeld and Gold Girls are her like 1 and 2 with Law and Order somewhere in there. It's
yeah.
like
Oh,
depending on the
Law and
day.
Order.
But we went to last time we went to California, we went to I can't remember what cemetery, but we found Estelle Getty's grave. That's how
Wow.
obsessed Marissa is. So yeah,
Keith needs to watch some honey.
you'll laugh. Trust me, you'll laugh.
Um, honeymoon. So you're saying that it's still keeps right. Like
I think
it's
it
still
holds up.
Mhm.
Yeah,
it holds up. Yeah.
believe it or not, they tackled other issues that other sitcoms weren't touching back in like 86, 87, for sure.
Yes. Yes. Wilson's saying that 6 years old menopause is a big topic.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can I throw mine in here while we're
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes,
Of course.
yes.
okay. I didn't prep, guys. Anyone in the chat, apologies. So I'm these are probably not going to end up being my top 5, but I just throwing stuff out there comes to mind. So did you guys watch the Battlestar Galactica show that came out in around must have been around 10 years now, 13 years. It's sci-fi show
I
about
I, I I haven't watched it,
I
but
haven't
okay.
watched it either.
I know what you're
Mhm.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. That one really it was it was basically, I don't want to give it away in case you ever watch it, but it was about androids that they called Cylons that are indistinguishable from humans.
Yeah.
And that really captivated me. I think I watched basically all 5 series and
Wow.
5 seasons. And you had to get past, there was like one episode, I think it was the second one, where one of the Cylons snapped a baby's neck in the
Oh,
carriage. And I
yeah.
Wow.
think
Wow.
viewership numbers dropped to like
Yeah.
about 50% in that
It's
moment, and then
pretty rough.
gradually kind of built back up.
Yeah.
Um, but it was a captivating series, and then they didn't really, a lot of shows, they have trouble landing it at the end
Yeah.
when they create a lot of
Yeah.
storylines, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Matrix, how they didn't really land
Yeah.
those movies at the end. Yeah, so it suffered a bit in the end, but I thought it was very, very good.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to teams. Okay. I, okay, number 5, Golden State Warriors. Okay, here's where I'm coming from. I need to give some backstory here. Back in the mid to early 80s, I started getting into watching NCAA basketball. And at the time, the biggest rivalries out there were the teams in the Big East, right? Georgetown versus St. John's, right? And you had Georgetown with Patrick Ewing, St. John's with Chris Mullen. Now, I loved both those guys. And those days, I did root for Georgetown. But I loved Chris Mullen and I loved Patrick Ewing. But when Patrick Ewing went to the Knicks, I was just not. I don't know. I just couldn't root for the Knicks. So Mullen was drafted by Golden State, and that's when I became a fan and started following him. And then they just had some great teams in that era. You had Timmy Hardaway, Latrell Sprewell was on the team. Uh, what's the guy from Michigan? He was there for a year and then he got traded.
Chris
Um,
Webber?
Chris
Was
Webber,
Web
right?
Krebs,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, he was on that team, right?
He was
Yeah.
on that team for about a year or two. Then he got traded to the Bullets or the Wizards. I think they were the Bullets at the
The
time.
Bullets, yeah.
Yeah. So just love watching those teams. And then they went on some hard times, and obviously, Chris Mullen ended up with Indiana Pacers and maybe some other teams or whatnot. But happy to see them win some championships. So I'm not. I say all this because I wasn't a kind of a bandwagoner when they started winning. I was always a fan. So that's all. That's all. I just want to put that out there. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Amin, do you have like
I don't have 5
out here?
teams.
Okay.
I'll jump in when we get to the number 3.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Clayton.
All right. I'm gonna say the Chicago Cubs. And a
Oh.
backstory. When I grew up in Michigan, so we had WGN, which is the network the Cubs
Yeah. Yeah.
play
Yeah.
on, and they always played day
Yeah.
games. And during the summer, when I was home from school, I would always watch, and the Harry Carey and Steve Stone
Yeah.
called those games, and like Ryan Sandberg, Andre Dawson, Mark Grace, all those great players from the 80s and early 90s Cubs. That holds a special place in my heart. I was a Tigers fan and I didn't have a National League team really. So the Cubs were it. And yeah, I just always loved, I think I watched all of those games. Tigers always played in the evening and at night,
Yeah.
but Cubs were always on like 1 o'clock our time. So yeah, Chicago Cubs.
Nice. Nice.
Yep.
Colin throwing his head with this TV shows: Breaking Bad #1, Dexter 2, Seinfeld 3, Game of Thrones 4, and wow, Peaky Blinders. All right. Okay. Maison, he's saying Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek TOS. What does TOS stand for? I probably should know that. Star Wars Andor, Stargate SG-1, Babylon 5. A lot of sci-fi. House MD, great show. Great show. Didn't make my top 5 House MD, but that could have. Amin's top 5 as per Wilson. St. Elsewhere, Grey's Anatomy, Chicago Hope, and Amsterdam. Okay. Liverpool for Maison, his top team. Okay, let's speed this along here. My number 4, Seiko, the SBDC 105. Sorry about the number, Colin. This watched had this watch. Great
That's a
watch.
good one.
Yeah, it's just like I had gotten rid of my Black Bay 58, and I was missing that gilt kind of like feel and vibe and that vintage vibe. And this watch definitely picked it up for me. Great wear, great rubber strap. Had it for a while. Went on vacation with it. Just a great watch. Enjoyed it. Um, Amin, do you have a number 4 Seiko?
I got one. Um,
Nope. He accidentally dropped off. But anyway, let's go with you, Clayton. And yeah, tell us about this one.
Yeah, I've never. Oh, I tried to pick watches I've owned, but two of the five have not owned. I almost bought this. It's the recreation of the original Willard, the first one they kind of came out with before all the others. The SLA 033. I believe it came out in 2019. I want to say I was so close to buying it. Man, I love this watch. They've gone up in price a little bit, but if I ever see one that's reasonable and I have the money, I'll
oh,
totally do it. But yeah, great
love that.
watch. The SLA 033.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know how to not kick myself out every time, but can you see this?
Okay, now I'm adding it. Yep.
And
Okay.
now, so
Oh, yes.
golden tuna. So really, the tuna in general, but I do like this one a lot. The golden tuna. But in general, Seiko tunas are just really distinctive and
hmm
built like a truck. And
Yeah.
you know, quartz. Not all of them, but some of the iconic ones, and you know, really built for purpose, and
Yeah.
you can see them a mile away.
Yeah. And I
Yep.
think that's why I like this Citizen so much, because it's got, like, it doesn't have the shroud, but it's got that hockey puck feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so yeah, I mean, that's the great pick,
Mm.
and great watch. Um, all right, Dexter Resurrection is good too. It's all right. It's all right. Wilson not liking the horrible top 5 shows, or the top 5 shows, thinking they're horrible. Keith, Dexter seasons 1 and 4 were fantastic. Oh, going to the nuance of the seasons there with Dexter. UWC saying original Star Trek, Cheers, Simpsons, Alias, and the Big Bang Theory. Chrono Craze. I have many Seiko faves, but I'll list what I have owned as my top 5. The Blue Tuna, the 50th anniversary Chrono, the Silver Dial Pogue, Opaline Dial Marine Master 300, and the Bullhead Chrono. Nice picks.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving along to my 4th show. Hey, I'm a Jersey guy. Sopranos. I mean, of course, man. Love that show. So many great visual cues growing up in New Jersey on that show, and seeing that stuff, and being like proud of, like, oh yeah, that's, I've been there, I've been to that pizzeria, I've been to that restaurant, you know what I mean? Like, I've been to that park, I know exactly where that scene is filmed, you know what I mean? So that was like a sense of pride, um, in that show for me. How about you, Clayton? What's your number 4?
Number 4, it's maybe it's recency bias, but it's currently on. It's on Apple TV. Shrinking.
Oh yeah, that's a funny
Hmm.
show.
Oh
Good
yeah,
show.
fantastic show. Writing is spectacular. Harrison
Absolutely.
Ford, Jason
Yeah.
Segel. If you haven't checked it out, season 3 is coming. I believe Michael J. Fox is actually going to be on
Oh, really?
this coming season.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Harrison
interesting.
Ford's character has Parkinson's in the show. I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
He yeah, I imagine there's an arc with that Michael J. Fox will be involved in. But yeah, Harrison Ford has gone on record saying that it's the best writing he's ever acted in his career, and that's
Interesting.
saying something.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend.
Couple Apple TV shows that are great, that could have made my list. Severance, being one of them. Slow Horses, which I love the espionage type shows, and that's a great one there. Amin, any shows you want to throw in here right now?
I'm going like more deep in the memory banks here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Star Wars, Star Trek Next Generation.
All right. Yeah.
Very
Of
good.
course.
Very good show.
I think it was. I
Excellent.
don't have too much more to say about it, but I think it was.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. My number 4 team. Hey, look, I gotta root for the New York Mets. Mrs. Legs, huge New York Mets fan, and it's kind of rubbed off of me in the last couple of years. We go to games. The kids are into the Mets. We're right now, like, the season's kind of puttering out, but they're trying to make the playoffs, and there is a level of excitement here. And it's not my number one baseball team. You'll see that later on the list, but it's my National League team. How about that? Amin, do you have a team you want to throw in there?
I don't
Not
have a
yet.
four, not
Okay.
yet.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. So, okay, gotcha. Clayton, what's up? You got a
So
four?
this is, I don't know if it's cheating, but I went with a few of the teams I really loved playing in NHL '94. If you remember that video game,
Yeah.
still one of the best sports games of all time.
My
I love
my
being the Penguins. Oh, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna put the Detroit Red Wings because of Sega on this list,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
decided not to. But
Oh, I mean, I loved playing as the Penguins, the Bruins,
yeah.
Adam Oates, Ray Bourque, yeah, Yzerman, Fedorov.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess NHL '94 is my pick.
Yeah, no, no.
It
That's
brings back
that's
so many
solid.
good memories. Yeah,
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome. We used to, college, that was like our go-to,
Oh man,
beers,
such a
beers
good
and
game.
beers and Sega. Um, Loves drinking. Keith does. Gunsmoke, pulling one from the archives there, Mr. Time Hill. Ozarks for Deej. Okay. Eric, Expanse. I love the Expanse. Expanse was great, man. Great sci-fi show. Mr. Robot, The Wire, Game of Thrones, and Arrested Development. Nice picks.
Arrested Development, so good.
Mr. GMT with Knight Rider. All right. Chrono Craze, his shows. Band of Brothers, I remember that on HBO. Yeah, Ozark, Andor getting another mention here. Star Wars, Rebels, and The Expanse. Again, The Expanse, um, great show. IMO. Okay, um, let's get right into now our third picks here. And my third Seiko, man, I don't know. This is the Japanese number, whatever it's called, the SBE J009. This is the diver. Um, Let me get the banner out of the way for Amin here. Um, the diver GMT. It's a office GMT. Had this watch twice. The the green dial is amazing. It's just a nice. It was in a sweet spot between the MM300 and the 62 Moss or the 68 Moss releases. It was just the thickness and the size of it was just perfect for me, and I loved it. I'll probably own it again. I'll probably own it again. Um, all right, let's move over to Clayton. Clayton, your pick here.
Yeah, so really any watch with the 7A28 movement, first quartz chronograph, really built to be serviced. There just weren't throwaway quartz movements that came out in the early 80s.
Mhm.
This is like the holy grail. These still sell for about $4,000 if you can
Wow.
find a good
Wow.
example. Yeah, so this is really the holy grail of those. But any kind of chronograph you can get with that 7A28 movement. I had the 7A287069, which was DLC coded and titanium. I mean, the DLC coating was over 40 years old and it was still intact. So they did a really good job with it. That was sort of the beginning of that technology, the DLC technology. So, but yeah, great watches, and they can be serviced if they need it. They just aren't. They just don't throw away the movement and replace it with a cheap quartz movement. They're really built to last.
Nice. Amin, do you have a number three?
Yeah. So this, I owned this watch once upon a time. This is a Seiko SCVE001. It was part of a line called the Spirit line,
Yeah.
and they had it in multiple colors. Like, remember Worn and Wound promoted one that had a red dot, like the
Yeah.
Japanese flag. And again, I kind of went towards yellow. I thought it was a cool watch. This is just
Very cool watch.
That
just
is a cool watch.
24-hour indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year did that come out?
It was like when pretty early on in my TGV phase of collecting, I want to say. So
Yeah.
what was that? Maybe 9 years, 10 years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds
Yeah.
right.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Going to our number three pick for. Okay. This is a little bit nuanced. Rutgers football. Look, I went to Rutgers. Our football team is typically terrible, but I get so emotionally invested every time I watch a game. Like it's just like gut wrenching. Like I feel it more than any other team that I root for. Like when they, because there's so many heartbreaks, so many times you're winning, then you lose because lack of discipline with penalties or just like stupid plays. I feel like we just have the market cornered with like stupid plays. And anyway, I want the best for the team. I want them to win some games, beat Ohio State or Penn State or whatever. It's never going to happen in my lifetime. But oh man, I just again gut wrenching for me. But that's my number 3 pick. Okay, number 3. Okay, Amin, let's hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the Yankees here, and I'm not a serious baseball fan. I'm the opposite of a serious baseball fan, and I don't even watch the Yankees now. But I have the childhood memories. I grew up on Long Island. My whole family watched them in the 70s, okay, and the 80s, but more so the 70s. My schools would take class trips to go to Yankee Stadium and get and
Nice.
yeah,
That's awesome.
we get like on bat day. I just have childhood memories, so I'll go to the Yankees.
Awesome. Before we get to you, Clayton, Colin's up here with the Habs, Lions, Tigers, Wolverines, and Pistons. And by the way, I'm gonna call out Colin over here. It took Amin and I for us to figure out what his number 4 and 5 teams were.
He said he only had 3.
He said he only had 3, and we were like, "How is that even possible?"
Yeah.
And then Amin was like, "Well, what about the Wolverines?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I like the Wolverines. I like the Wolverines." What about the Pistons? Oh yeah, well I guess I'll have to root for the yeah. So anyway, Colin. Clayton, tell us what your team number 3.
Well, speaking of the Pistons, they are my number 3. Specifically, when I was a kid, and the Bad Boys, back-to-back champs. Michael Jordan couldn't get over that hump for a while till he did. Then he won 6 championships. But we always had the Bad Boys. I mean, that team was stacked. They had such a, they're called the Bad Boys. Bill Laimbeer, John Sally, Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Vinnie Johnson, Dennis Rodman. I mean, just awesome teams. Man, it was so fun to watch them. And they were tough. So, and then Michael Jordan got over the hump and didn't look back. But for a couple of years there, he couldn't get past them.
The Lakers had won a few, and then they played Detroit Pistons, and kind of like that ended that Lakers dynasty. I think I remember
they swept them. Pistons swept them.
The Pistons, I was going to say that maybe Lakers won the first game, and then the Pistons won the next 4. But
or maybe it was 5. Yeah, it might have been. Yeah,
and that just changed everything. And then it was Pistons, and then Bulls.
The Pistons had their time for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's catch up with the chat. Mentions for Expanse, Big Bang Theory, Knight Rider, and the British version of Life on Mars. Keith, at time Steve, my guess is the Three Stooges is
that. I've been cracking up at that comment for the last few minutes.
Yeah, me too. I was like, I couldn't wait to read it.
Oh man.
Awesome. Okay. Let's get rid of this banner over here, and then go to number 2. Okay, we're getting to the top. Number 2 for me, the SAR.
Did we do TV shows? We
didn't. Oh, I jumped the gun. All right. Well, you guys know now the SARB is the next one. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. TV shows. No. Thanks for keeping. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Number 3. Yeah. Game of Thrones. I mean, I resisted for years watching Game of Thrones because I just it was all hype and whatnot, and my wife too. And then one day we were like, okay, let's just give it a shot. So many people were talking about it. Freaking loved it. My wife even more so. Like my wife's like, can we watch it again now? Like like every year she likes to go through she wants to time it to like whenever the House of the Dragon comes out. I think that comes out next year. But it's always like every few weeks she'll be like, okay, can we start watching Game of Thrones again? And I'm like, no, come on, just like don't I think we've already watched it 3 or 4 times, the whole series. But it's my number 3. Amin.
That's a good one. I was gonna honorable mention the Incredible Hulk show from the 70s,
Oh,
because I'm really
Yes.
going deep back in my memories here.
Yes.
And I
Bill
found that show
Bixby.
really captivating as a kid.
Yeah.
Imitated Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
But it always was like, this guy struggling with himself, trying to help people, but really
You connected.
connected with this guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Clayton.
All right. Struggling with this. I think I'm going to go for another current show. It's only one season, but really, I love it. The Pit.
Hmm.
It's a
I was gonna
very
know.
realistic. I know some ER docs, and they say it's like the most realistic depiction of the emergency room. It's on HBO Max, whatever they're calling it. I think, or is it on
Yeah.
Apple? I think it's on HBO. But yeah, Noah Wiley, famously played a doctor in ER, of course, and
Yeah.
this is one 16-hour shift in the ER. So every episode is an hour of the day, and
Okay.
it's incredible acting. All these extras in the background that are there for all of these shows, like if you've ever spent many hours waiting in an ER, it's sort of chaotic. I did last summer, and just watching it go by, like, holy crap, this is
Yeah.
stressful. So yeah, I know some ER docs who said, a lot of TV shows don't get it right. The Pit gets it right. So I don't know why I'm not sure it's my third favorite, but tonight it is. So
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice pick. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I blew it with the suspense. So yeah, Sarb 00033.
nice.
Another watch that I own a couple times. Another watch that I regret ever getting rid of. It was a do-it-all watch. You could wear it. I wore it to the office. I wore it hanging out. It was just super comfortable. It was back when you can get one of these SR15 movements for like $300, and now this watch is just like insanely priced. And if you see it under like $700, I mean, it's
Isn't
I
it
mean, like,
crazy? All the
yeah.
watches that we liked and loved and enjoyed that were like $200, $300. Now they're like all these old Seikos that we're going over.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They discontinue them, and then the prices just
And
went
they
up.
made thousands of them too, and they're
Oh,
still
yeah.
this much.
Millions,
Yeah,
millions, right? I mean, like, almost, right?
millions.
Maybe not
Yeah.
millions of SARs, but like, probably. I mean, I
Hundreds
don't
of
know,
thousands.
SKXs.
Yeah.
A lot. Yep.
And
Yeah,
they made the
Great
SKX
watch.
for 26 years. I
yeah,
mean, gosh.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that a SKX 007 now, that if you want to get one that's in great shape, you got to pay a lot of money. It's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
yep. Okay, Clayton, let's go. Yours.
All right. SLA 023, the Marine Master 300. That dial is just fantastic.
Mhm.
It's a watch that I sold because it's too heavy and I can't wear it, but somehow it made number 2 on my list. Everything from the loom to the creamy indices to the blue dial, it just
Mhm.
works. It's just such a beautiful watch. Yeah. So SLA 023.
Agreed. Awesome.
That's an awesome pick. Yep.
Amin, you have one or?
Yep. Got one. So the original turtle, not the first turtle, but the one that really people call the turtle, the 6309 or 6306 vintage, matte dial, matte indices, just really, really works for me. Another one that used to be able to get very inexpensively. Now, if you want a really sharp, good, well-preserved copy with original parts, they're pretty darn expensive now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice watch. Beautiful
Love
watch.
this watch.
It's a great birth year watch if you want to get something like late 70s. That's a great pick. But yeah, like Amin said, they are kind of going up.
They're getting
Yeah.
pricey. Yeah. The reissues are nice too, but just something about these original ones, without the Prospects logo and without the applied indices, that just really got some kind of cool to them.
Yeah.
Good brand ambassadors too. I think Mick Jagger wore one of these. Like there's that. Not paid ambassadors, but cool people wear these watches.
Yep.
I've never watched Game of Thrones still.
Me neither.
Says Maison. Oh man.
I bet if you watched it, you'd like it.
Yeah.
I've listened to a few of the audiobooks and still haven't watched it.
Game of Thrones final season ruined what could have been the style. Everybody is like so upset about how the final season ended. It's fine. It was fine. It was fine.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
It was not like it could have been, but maybe it didn't live up to it. But yeah,
Well, I mean, like they had to put it out before the guy
yeah,
finished the book, right? So, like, I think
yeah.
that is always going to be playing on people's, minds, for the reason why it fell short.
Mhm,
Anyway, whatever, it was fine.
mhm.
Columbo, Archie Bunker, and MASH. All right,
MASH
All
is a
great
good pick.
shows.
great show. Not including comedies like Seinfeld,
Archie
Friends,
Bunker's
Home
good too.
Improvement, West Wing, Boston Legal Suits, Royal Pains, Sherlock, the Cumberbatch Sherlock. Because if it is, that was a great series too. Um, Get Smart, teach going way
Oh,
back.
that was a good
Yep.
one
Yep.
too.
Um, how could I forget the Tudors? Okay, I never watched the Tudors. Love the Sarbo. Okay, Alpinist for Mr. Time Hill. Slim Wilson's a great Seiko. Flying Dragon's very cool. Steve. Cumberbatch series, yeah, yeah. That was a good Sherlock. Another great BBC show, Luther. I loved Luther with Idris Elba. Great show. Um, Greatest
You ever watch
American Hero.
Midsummer Murders? It's a British show,
No,
British murder show. It's on like PBS, and you can get it. The pretty dark actually. It's still
interesting.
running. I think it started in like the late '90s, and it's one of the longest running British series of all time. But
Oh,
yeah,
I'll check it out.
it's good.
Okay, now we're going number 2 TV shows, I believe. I think I got that right. Um, Man, again, I love the espionage. I love the spy stuff. Um, and Homeland is one of the best series I've ever seen. Um, just great suspense, great action, and just like kind of like a peak. Like I don't know how accurate things work in the CIA, but I mean, it felt like this is like you're getting a peek of like how people think and like the kind of scenarios that they have to go with. Just great intrigue in the beginning,
Mm.
with Brody being has he been turned? Is he a terrorist or not? Like it's just a
Yeah.
great show. Just a great
Yep.
show.
Awesome
Uh,
show.
Amin, how about you?
Wilson just got me thinking about that era of Archie Bunker, and I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Sanford and Son.
Oh,
That
San Francisco,
Oh.
great show. Yeah.
that show was
Dun, dun,
hilarious.
dun, dun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
and one
theme
of the
song.
best theme
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Jeffersons were around that era too. That was a great show.
Yeah.
Another great
Great
show.
show.
Um, Clayton, what about you?
All right, I'm going back to Time Hill's wheelhouse here. Twilight Zone.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I thought
Ooh,
about
There's
that.
so many classic, great
That's an
episodes.
amazing
Yep.
show.
Actors who got their start there, who,
yeah,
gosh, so many. Burgess Meredith, of course, epic show. Shatner, so good.
yeah,
Mhm.
Telly Savalas. I mean, countless actors and
Yeah.
actresses started on that show or got their big break on that show. So, yep, still holds up, I think. A lot of them are pretty dark. Usually on like New Year's, Sci-Fi Channel will do like a couple
hmm
day marathon and go through them
yeah.
all, and I watch them all. So love it. Twilight Zone.
That's a
Awesome,
great pick. Great pick.
awesome. Now going to our teams, top 2. All right, number 2, Baltimore Orioles. Yes, I know, Baltimore Orioles. I live in New Jersey. Whatever. This pick and the next pick is heavily influenced by older cousins that I looked up to who lived in Silver Spring, Maryland, in that area. And Baltimore Orioles were the baseball team. I'm a huge Eddie Murray fan, my favorite baseball player of all time. Love Cal Ripken. We haven't won a series since 1983. It's been a really, really long time. Hopefully one day we'll do it. Seem to make a playoff run every few years, and then we just can't follow up this year. Big disappointment, especially after last year. But yeah, Baltimore Orioles for me. Clayton, your number 2 team.
Detroit Tigers.
Yeah,
Specifically of my youth again, but yeah, they're winning tonight, so they may not have blown their playoff chances after all, even though they squandered a 15-game lead. But yeah,
yeah,
those teams when I was a kid, Alan Trammell, Lou
yeah.
Whitaker, Chet
Kirk Gibson.
Lemon, Kirk Gibson, yeah, so many great players back then. Love that team. So yep.
Awesome. Amin, number 2.
So I got to go to New York Giants. they're I grew up on Long Island.
Yeah, yeah. All right, fair enough.
My watched the whole LT Harry
Yeah,
Carson
yeah,
era, and then moving to Boston and just hating the Patriots, and then
yeah.
just getting to see the Giants rob the Patriots in 2 Super Bowls and ruin everybody's joy was brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, Giants have been a nightmare for me, especially in the mid to late '80s. LT, probably maybe the best base football player I've ever seen. Um, in my lifetime. Him and Barry Sanders, between the two of them, just like I don't know, I just can't. I struggle to find anybody better. I know there's a
Mm,
ton of quarterbacks who
mm,
could be there, but I mean, like nobody dominated defense like LT. And
yeah,
he changed the game. He really changed the way offenses lined up and created different schemes to block them, plays, etc. Anyway, um, Twilight Zone, awesome. Happy Days for Deech.
oh, that's a good one too.
Yep.
Love Happy Days.
Saved by the Bell. Um,
Me too.
for Colin. Cincinnati Reds for Steve.
Are they going to make the playoffs? They're close.
I know it's Mets are blowing it. Who knows?
Yeah.
They might get him in. Wayman just putting his
Nice,
0-16
Wayman.
out pass. Very nice. Clayton Sparky was the
Oh, I
coach.
know that.
He had those guys humming.
Oh yeah, he was
did.
great. And I used to listen to the games on the radio with my grandpa. Ernie Harwell was the announcer. Oh,
Mm.
brings back good memories.
Nice, nice. Okay, so now we're in the top one. Okay, now we're here. This is the big time. So my number one pick, you've seen it before because you've seen it on screen. It's the SLA
Oh,
023. I
Mm.
love this Marine Master for all the reasons that Clayton gave the dial, the creamy indices and hands. I just love. There's something about the chunkiness of the watch, the smaller dial because of the bezel, because it's just like a big. I don't know. There's something really aesthetically pleasing to me. The weight doesn't bother me. I've never owned it, but I've tried on these watches, and okay, sure, I haven't worn it for hours and hours during the course of the day. It's hard for me to really say that it wouldn't bother me. But look, this one's like 160 grams, and it's on a rubber strap. And I'm totally fine with it. I think I would be fine with an SLA 023 on a rubber strap, but I just love it. To me, it's quintessential Seiko. Um,
to me,
okay.
you got to go Crafter Blue, the fitted
Yeah.
strap. That
Oh yeah.
that works the best on those.
Okay. Hey, an SNR for you, huh? Number
Yeah,
one.
Mm.
number one. It's basically almost identical to the Marine Master 300, the SLA 023, except it's titanium and it
Titanium.
has spring drive. So I personally found the SLA 023 a little heavy to wear. Often you need a break, you just have to take it off for a while. This is, for as chunky as it is, still that same chunk, but it's light. I forget that it's on. So yep,
Yeah.
it's basically an MM300 with titanium. So yep, that's why it's
And
my
and
number one.
and the spring drive. It's
Yep.
great. It's great.
Yep.
Amin, you have a number one?
So I think I'm going with something that's closely related to the ones that you guys picked. It's so this is the
Mm,
Mm.
a
yep.
vintage Seiko diver from 1968, and then they reissued it. I don't know, a few years back. This is like a Marine Master style case, right? It's a monoblock construction.
Yep.
It's a beast,
It's like
and
the father or grandfather of the Marine Master. Yeah.
I love the gilt and the little red dot on the seconds hand. So I've been hunting these a little bit for a few years now, and again, really pricey. I mean, especially the actual 1968 ones in great shape. Forget about it. And then this is basically, got a high beat kind of Grand Seiko type movement inside. So these are pretty dear as well.
Yeah, no, great pick. Awesome watch. Um, Dib says this is one of the best Seikos ever made. You can get the blue reissue SLA 039,
Yep.
cracking watch.
Good looking.
Dib's favorite college team, Kolkata State Cobras. Am I right, Lex? Yeah, yeah. That's Dib's hometown team. All right, anyway, um, let's go with TV shows. Top TV shows. Okay, okay. This one gotta go X-Files. Look, the X-Files were the first show that like I had to be home when the show, you know what I mean? Like I made a point. I think it was a Sunday night show. I believe it was Saturday or Sunday night, whatever it was. It was a weekend, like it was like a 9 o'clock show, and I had to stop what I was doing, and I had to go home and make sure I was there for it. You know, back in the days where there was only really two conspiracies, those aliens and JFK. Those were the days, wasn't it, guys? And this one was all about aliens, FBI, Mulder, Scully. Just a great show, you know, and not every episode was about aliens, but it was about a lot of things about quirky cases that they would handle, the supernatural stuff going on, and just a great show. Love the movies. Just recently saw a couple of the movies again, and yeah, I missed the show. The special effects don't really hold up now, you know, so much. But you know, you're just there for the spirit of the show, right?
Yep.
So one of my favorites, I would say my favorite series of all time. Hey Clayton, you're up.
That's X-Files still comes on. We have a channel on YouTube TV called Comet. I think Comet TV or something. It comes on there, and I do watch it. Some hold up better than others, depending on the effects. But yeah, it still draws me in like it used to when I was in high school, for sure. Number one, Seinfeld. Though almost every issue they ever had could have been solved with a cell phone. That's okay. The jokes, the jokes hold up. Everything holds up. The writing is always great. I remember I was in a film and TV class in college, and you know, we watched the marine biologist episode as a study in foreshadowing, and how they foreshadow everything comes to that final moment, and it's just a master class. So yep, great show. I'm with you. I can watch the first season. A lot of people don't like those early you know, first few seasons.
Seinfeld Chronicles, it was called.
Yeah, Seinfeld Chronicles. Yeah, Elaine wasn't even in it. It was like a waitress, and then yeah, and George had a brother, and Jerry had a brother. You know, they mentioned all these siblings that never came up again. But yeah, despite all that, number one show.
There was a precursor to Seinfeld?
Well, the first season was just called the Seinfeld
Chronicles. Yeah.
Oh, I never saw that one.
Yeah. It's, I mean, like it's not as good. I mean, it's still good. But
his dad was played by a different actor. Yeah, the very first episode. Yeah,
but after that season, like the show took a turn.
That's amazing.
To what you know as it is, right? I mean, like so. But yeah, how about you? What?
I'm just gonna go original Star Trek. I can still watch that. I mean, it's cheesy.
Yeah, no, it's great. That's great.
Effects certainly don't hold up, but it's just captivated my imagination.
So the X-Files and Simpsons, I believe, were back in the day. Yeah, I think that they were
Married with Children was on Sunday nights too. I think.
I
remember watching that. Yep.
And Tracy Ullman show, right?
Yes.
Which
The Simpsons started.
It started on, and some great TV shows on that network back in the day. Miami Vice for Steve here.
Hey, quick bonus question. What was your favorite cartoon as a child? First quick bonus question.
What was that, Amin?
Favorite cartoon as a child. What was your? Did you guys watch cartoons?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Totally.
Thundercats, Thundercats. I liked a lot.
Thundercats, Transformers, G.I. Joe. I remember watching.
David the Gnome. I like that.
I don't remember David the Gnome.
I don't
David the Gnome was voiced by Tom Bosley, who was the dad on
Yeah.
Happy Days. Yeah.
I remember Davy and Goliath like Saturday mornings before the cartoon started. It was like the crappy claymation,
Oh,
Christian theme type show.
I don't
And then
remember
like
that.
yeah, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
It was like so
Yeah.
early. Like when TV came on after the flag flew for 5 hours because like that back in the day they had
Oh my
no
God, we're so
programming.
old.
You
Yeah.
know?
My earliest memory was like Magilla, Gorilla,
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
Ape,
Oh yeah.
Tom and Jerry, of course,
Tom and
Looney
Jerry.
Tunes. I loved Looney
Jetsons,
Tunes, Bugs Bunny,
Flintstones.
Yeah.
Flintstones. Yeah.
Oh
Scooby
yeah,
Doo.
yeah.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo
Oh
was
yeah,
good.
I gotta
Gadget.
really
Loved
think
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
I really have to rethink this because like
Yeah.
now my choices that I did that I spit out at first. Obviously I
Heathcliff. Like
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff was a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
Alvin and the
Um,
Chipmunks.
Clay, you can tell Clayton's a little bit younger than us.
a little bit
Yeah, a
younger.
little
A
bit.
little
Yeah.
bit younger than us. Oh, what was that guy? Underdog.
Underdog.
Yep. Underdog. Yep.
What was what was that? It was like the Olympics, the cartoon. Like
Oh yes.
had Dastardly Dog and
Oh,
like all like the all stars of like the
yeah.
cartoons in there. They had like the competition
Yeah.
games or whatever. Oh, what was it? Then you got Fat Albert. You
Yep.
know.
Yep.
Yep.
Bad
Yep.
Albert.
Okay, we can
All right,
definitely go
all
down.
right.
This road. Okay, top team. Okay, no surprise here. You guys know me, Washington Commanders. Again, heavily influenced by my cousins who were down in Maryland, who I looked up to when I was younger, and it stuck. John Riggins, 1983. Mark Rippon, 1990. Doug Williams. Just 3 Super Bowls. Loved it. And now we have a little bit of a resurgence. I hope. We got a quarterback. If he stays healthy, I think we have a bright future. Anyway, Washington Commanders, my top team. Clayton.
Detroit Lions. Hasn't always been easy. We forced legendary players like Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson into early retirement. Had a winless season. Won one playoff game in the first 44 years of my life, but I stuck with them, and it's paying off now. So yes, Lions all the way.
Amin.
Fun to watch those guys now. I mean,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Knicks. I grew up across living. I was next door neighbors with Dave DeBuscher growing up, and
Nice.
they won their last championship the year before I was born, and I've watched them ever since. And when they make any kind of run like last year, I love to watch it. And I think we've got a great team now. And I tell my kids if they ever are in a position to clinch a championship, that I don't care if like I'm blind, have dementia, like they need to roll me out there. And if it ever happens.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, again, Knicks, I mean, Patrick Ewing, Latrell Sprewell on a lot of those teams, Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason.
Yep.
Who's
I
the
love
guards?
Patrick
Allen
Ewing
Houston.
at Georgetown. Patrick Ewing. Do you guys remember when he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated with Ralph Sampson, and then he ends up going to the Knicks, and I was like, this is it. This is our time.
Well, that's what everybody thought.
They were good to watch. I mean, I enjoyed watching them, but
John Starks,
Michael Jordan, and freaking Olajuwon.
Yeah, I hated the Rockets, so I was rooting hard for the Knicks in that finals. I remember. I don't know why I hated the Rockets. I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know why, because like you were Clyde Drexler's like receding hairline was like kind of like off-putting.
Was he actually on the Rock? I think he joined the Rockets after that, didn't he?
You think so?
Was he
I thought he was on. I thought he was on. I thought he was on the team.
I don't know if he ever got his title. I'm not sure, but they had like didn't they
Big
have like
Shot
Robert Ory? Yep, Robert Ory.
He was on that team.
Yeah, Kenny. What's his name? He's on NBA the pregame show with Shaq and Kenny. Oh, geez.
I know who you're talking about. Kenny Smith.
Yeah, he was on that team. He was on those teams, I think, with Olajuwon. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Was Sam Cassell on those teams, or was that later?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
He was a weird-looking guy, wasn't he? Uh,
He played for like every team in the league, I feel
I
like.
think he
I
did.
think he even won a championship with the Celtics. He was on that team.
Yeah.
Or 07 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I like Georgetown had some big guys, man, and then they had Mutombo and Alonzo Mourning.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed watching those teams.
Yeah.
The Big East for me, like in the mid to late '80s, was just like the best basketball. It was just
Allen Iverson on the
Oh yeah, I loved
Yep.
Allen Iverson, man. I
Georgetown.
loved the way he
Yep.
played.
yeah.
He was another Georgetown Hoya. And then you had there's some of those UConn teams
What was
too.
the name of the coach from
Syracuse.
Georgetown? What was his name?
Thompson,
Thompson.
John Thompson.
John
Yeah,
Thompson.
that's right. That's right.
And the Syracuse teams, Boeheim teams, like very much the nemesis of a lot of those um, Georgetown teams and St. John's teams, and then Villanova every once in a while, like they're winning that championship, that miracle championship, like when they beat Georgetown, I think it was in the finals. Just some great players that came out of that league, and it's like kind of like that's like it hurt. I bring it up because it kind of hurts me the way the league is now. I mean, like it's nothing. I mean, you still got some decent teams out of there, right? I mean, I think was Villanova still in there in the Big East? I mean, like they won a couple of championships in the last couple of years, right? So anyway, yeah. Hey man,
It's not what it was.
it's not what it was, right?
Yeah.
But like college basketball is not what it was either to me.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
That could be like me, just be like, hey, get off my lawn. Kind of like maybe I'm an old
Well,
man.
they
I
don't
think
stay
it's
in school as long. They don't
They
stay
don't
in
stay as-
school as long.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Kind of hard for it to be as
And it
great.
can't begrudge. I mean, like if
Yeah.
they can make money right now, do it right. I mean,
Yeah, do
like
college basketball players get like paid like college football players?
I
I think
don't
I
know.
think they can get some money.
They
Okay.
have to. I think. Yeah. I don't see. Yeah. Probably right. But even college football with that is not.
I
I
know.
don't know
It's
what
crazy.
it
They're
was.
getting paid a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, guys, well, great show.
Poor Time
Uh,
Hill, Cincinnati Bengals.
What was that?
I said poor Time Hill,
Oh
Cincinnati.
yeah.
Cincinnati
Yeah.
Bengals. Tough
Is he out
time.
for the year? Their quarterback?
I
Or is he
think
just-
so.
Essentially, especially if they're not doing well, I don't think they'll rush him back. I think it's a minimum 3-month injury. So if they're in the playoff hunt, they might have him come back. But
That's so rough.
yeah.
All right, guys. Great show. Love the
Awesome.
topics. Love the participation. Amin, Clayton, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'll probably
Thanks,
keep doing
guys.
this. I mean, like, like top 5, like, movies will be next. And maybe top 5, like, Omegas. I'll do like a watch related, anyway.
Sure.
And maybe I can give a nice little run for the next few weeks with that, keep you guys engaged. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. Great weekend. See you guys next Wednesday, me and Clayton, for another episode of Watch Soup.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good
See
night.
everyone.